Good morning, everyone. We are going to check out my garden for an update. Let's go ahead and see. All right, here we are with our strawberries again. We do have more blooms coming out. So we have this one that is starting to actually turn into a strawberry. We have this one that's about to open up as well. We have this strawberry here that wants to form. And then we have another blossom right over here. So hopefully we'll see a lot of strawberries. So far, this seems to be the most strawberries I've ever seen on a plant at like a given time. They don't always sprout up at the same time like that. Sometimes there's not enough of it to go around or enough energy for it. So some of them will not open up at all, but it's encouraging to see that many there. Over here, we actually have something exciting. Oh, it's still not yet. Okay. So last week, I showed you that there was a male flower and then there's also a female flower. Well, we have two female flowers today. So there's the male flower, and then down here we have two female flowers. And you can tell it's a female flower because it has what looks like the actual fruit underneath it. Since this is a zucchini plant, it looks like a little tiny zucchini. And then down here as well. So there's two females. They take forever to open up, the flowers. This has been like this for like 3 or 4 days already, so I think sometime this week it's going to open up and they have to pollinate with an open male. So hopefully there is a male to open up at the same time. This is the other zucchini plant. This is plant B, and I don't really see anything yet, but if I do see a flower open up on this one, I'll kind of cross-pollinate it with this plant over here. Continuing on with the blueberry plant. Still looks the same, nothing's changed. And then last week I mentioned that I was not going to be working with the pumpkins. However, I think I want to put the pumpkins over where the zucchinis are right now because there is that trellis for them. And then the zucchinis I'm going to move over in this general area because they're not climbing, and the purpose of having the trellis is to have them climbing, and there's no climbing there. So the pumpkins have the little branches that will start to open and curl so that they can grow onto and hold on to the trellis. Next we have the tomato plant over here. It's definitely been growing since we last saw it. So that's doing pretty well, looks nice and healthy. We have our sunflower that's over here. It still hasn't grown much yet. I don't know if that's going to be a tiny little, if that is the actual sunflower itself that's going to start to grow. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see in time. And then we have our wildflower mix there, which I don't know what's in there. We also have a visitor right there. He likes to dig into my plants, dig into the area. He's part of the reason why there are holes inside of my pots, like where the dirt is, but that's nature for you. Here we have the sweet pepper, so it's getting some more leaves here as well. And then our baby spinach, which is right here, and that's growing up too. And then I haven't shown you these yet, but this is an old man cactus. And the reason why it's an old man cactus is because, as you can tell, it looks like an old man with the white hairs. It used to be bigger, but I'm giving it some water to hopefully replenish it again. So hopefully that'll work. This is another succulent that I have. It used to look nicer before as well, but I'm just going to add more water to it to hopefully increase it. This used to be filled with succulents, and I think one, I kind of stopped working with it, but it was like a beautiful like arrangement that I had, and I'll link that down below so you can see that, or I'll put it up with the cards so you can see what it looked like. I think either the lizards that you saw previously today, they probably took some of the succulents, or maybe the squirrels did, or something did, because I always saw that things were like mismatched in there, so, and not how I laid it. I have not shown you my plants inside the house yet, but these are what are currently inside. I have these succulents. This is a panda bear succulent. I don't know what this one is. This one I need to kind of like trim off. You can see that the roots are trying to seek soil, but they're too high up. So this one has stretched out too much. So I need to cut that one down and put it back at the bottom. And it's kind of gone to different places. But a common theme that I have with my succulents, I like ones that have like little bits of hairs on them because they look fuzzy. So I kind of like those. I also have this dinosaur that I got for Christmas. The succulent isn't doing too great, so I'm gonna try to move that out and put a different succulent in here and move this one maybe to this. I have this plant. I don't know what it is either. I got it for Christmas as well. This is the leaf for it, so if you know what it's called, you can let me know below. But I do have a new leaf growth that started the other day, and it was pretty cool seeing it unwind. It comes out of that like sheath protecting it, and then it unravels itself, so that's pretty cool. I have this mother of all plant, so you can see the little baby roots that are taking on in the little babies. So those will drop down and form their own plants. I have this flapjack succulent, so I might actually put that one in here instead. And then I just did a video of these guys, so you'll be seeing that out soon. But I have lemon basil, sweet basil, and strawberries that are growing here. You can kind of see that the seeds are poking through a bit, but we're gonna try to cover that up. And here in the front of the house, we have this white flag plant that loves water, loves humidity, but we have a new growth here. So that's exciting. So we're gonna see that flower open up. I haven't seen any other openings yet, and I know it is pretty brown and gross-like, but at least it's growing, so that's exciting. And then I have some aloe vera plants here that need to be repotted, and then we have this guy as well. And then in the very front of the house, I have these pretty flowers. Don't know what they are. My sister-in-law gave them to me when she was moving, so they just blossomed up here, and you can see some new growth as well coming out of it, so those are pretty. Showing you that spring is here. And they do have a scent to them, very mild scent, but still very nice. This is the other one. This side does not really blossom as much, just because I guess the side and the lighting. You can see the new growth of leaves that are opening up here, which is nice. And all these leaves, Ella and I joke about it because it looks like it's winter. It literally lost all its leaves, but they're all down here, which is ridiculous. Hello again, just wanted to show you an update that we did today in our garden. We did transplant the pumpkins over here just so that we could have it go against the trellis that we have here, and then in its place over here we put the zucchini plants just because they don't need something to like grow up on, they just grow from right there. We also moved the blueberry plant over here as well. We are going to eventually move the rest of these somewhere back there as well, so that means we need 1, 2, 3, 4 more pots about. And then continuing on with my succulents, I do have this little tray here with succulent mix, cactus and citrus and palm kind of potting mix. When your succulents have little roots like this, after you take them out, they kind of propagate and they get these little roots. Then you can place them kind of in the dirt like this. But I did want to show you, because these are super cute, there's little tiny growth that's coming out right here, if you can see that. Right there, there's a little bit of growth that you can see, and that's super exciting because these are adorable. They're going to be placed here. Hopefully they don't get blown away. Hopefully we don't have little visitors that you saw earlier that are going to take this and run. I didn't have any issues last year, but they did like to blow away, so I'm going to kind of like position it back here so that they stay nice and tight here, and water that and like spray some water on it every couple of days. And eventually when they get large enough, I will put some in here and make an arrangement again, kind of like in what I did last year, so you'll see that as well. Hope you enjoyed my garden tour, kind of seeing the front, the back, and inside the house to see the different plants that I have there. But if you want to see more of these videos, go ahead and subscribe, click the like button, and also turn on the bell notification so you can see when a new video of mine comes out. Until next time on Garden Gatherings, bye.